We live. But something is different. Everyone knows it, but no one says it. Didn't you notice? My feeling is that time passes faster than it used to. Is the day still 24 hours long? Exactly 24 episodes later, which feels like just 24 hours, comes the resolution. There can be many reasons for this, especially personal ones, since it's ultimately a subjective perception. The attempted coup in Turkey was almost 3 years ago. The war in Syria has lasted 7 years. The Eurovision Song Contest, which Lena Meyer-Landrut won, was 8 years ago. Obama became president 9 years ago and was in office for 8 years. September 11th, when the Twin Towers were destroyed, was 17 years ago. Are these things really a long time ago, or has it just been a long time since our sense of time was so intense? It feels like most of it could have happened just a few weeks ago. Not everyone may feel that way. It has been found that older people feel this even more strongly than young people. Children constantly have new experiences and feel time more intensely. Older people learn less and see most things as routine, so life stops offering new experiences. These could be memory points in our brain that are not so far away, which we could hold on to when we look back. The longer we live, the faster time passes. So the moment when our life is almost over could already feel like the very next moment. How did those years go by so fast? We have to see what we actually have in our hands from all that time that's passed, aside from our memories. It could also be because we humans hardly ever feel bored anymore. Does anyone still have trouble just spending an hour? Today's technologies take away our precious time. We hardly have any time left to reflect on our lives. The time, so to speak, to pause briefly and first reflect on our actions and ask ourselves whether things can continue as they have so far. As soon as you forget about time, the next moment you reflect on it is when you briefly wake up from this life. Maybe then, when it's already too late. George Orwell said, "Time isn't faster, but we rush through it more quickly." Man fades away in every moment. You can't stop time. There is no now. Since there is no present moment to linger in and perceive being, you could say a person is only time. In this video, a possible scientific explanation for the phenomenon will be discussed. The Schumann resonance, which is named after the German physicist Winfried Otto Schumann, is the Earth's resonance frequency. So it's the frequency at which the Earth begins to resonate. When Schumann measured it, the frequency was 7.83 Hz. The Schumann frequency is the fundamental resonance frequency in our living environment. Specifically, it's the natural frequency of the spherical capacitor formed by Earth's surface and the ionosphere. An energy discharge between the ionosphere and Earth's surface, for example, a lightning strike produces radio waves as a byproduct, which provide the energy to maintain the resonant oscillation in this resonant cavity. Therefore, Schumann waves greatly impact our global climate. According to the latest research, humans are in resonance with the Earth through their own body's electromagnetic fields. It has been found that when people are separated from this Earth's vibration for too long, they become ill, for example astronauts. The Schumann frequency is also a resonance frequency of our brain. This incredible organ produces electromagnetic waves in the range of 1 to 40 Hz, which are generated in different human states. These are split into 4 ranges. Delta waves, 1-3 Hz, are common in deep, dreamless sleep, while theta waves, 4-7 Hz, appear during rapid eye movement sleep. Alpha waves at 8-12 Hz occur during a relaxed, awake state, for example during meditation or just before falling asleep, or immediately after waking up. Beta waves, 13 to 40 Hz, are produced in the normal waking state. The Schumann resonance is just below the alpha range for us, right at the border between sleep and wakefulness, for example in deep meditation. Then we also understand what meditation is all about. So, in order for our consciousness to be in direct contact with the Earth and to receive extrasensory information, it must be in a state where our brain produces Schumann waves, for example, during deep meditation near the edge of sleep. So, it is theoretically possible that our brain produces vibrations exactly at the Earth's frequency. You probably know the feeling when you lie down and start drifting between sleep and wakefulness, somewhere between dream and reality. It is now believed that changes in the Schumann resonance significantly affect us and our consciousness. We are now also able to understand the purpose of the high-frequency active auroral research program facilities in Alaska, which are not the only facilities of this kind. In fact, attempts are being made to influence people by manipulating the Schumann resonance. After what we have just learned, it is now not hard to believe that they can harm our health and our consciousness with manipulated Schumann waves. They can influence our thinking to suit their interests. We have mentioned in other episodes that HAAP has been manipulating our weather for a long time. Now the puzzle pieces are coming together and we know which instruments they can use. Now the Schumann resonance is measurable. Has it changed over time? Many people expect that an increase in the Earth's frequency will lead to an awakening of consciousness or even a transition into the 5th dimension, since the waves for waking states start at 13 Hz. The Earth's frequency is constantly monitored, but there is a lot of debate about how it has changed and why. However, what most experts do not dispute is that it has changed or fluctuates significantly, for example, because of global warming, which is debated. Many people are convinced that the increase in the Schumann resonance has an effect on time. Now, we experience a day that should be 24 hours long in just 16 hours. Can you confirm this theory based on your feelings? He writes that from a 3-dimensional perspective, the day is still 23 hours and 56 minutes long. However, within the 4D realm, the perceived time is supposed to change. By changing our vibrational level, along with the Earth's frequency, the time frequencies are supposed to be altered. The Earth's frequency was supposed to have already risen to 13 Hz by the end of 2011 and reached its peak in 2015. So by 2000, days would have felt just 16 hours long, and by the 2012 portal, only 8 to 12 hours. How are we supposed to find out how long the days felt 100 years ago?